Tuesday, November 13th, called to order at 5:07 PM. Approval of minutes from the last meeting. Mike, I'm so sorry, I didn't notice if those were even posted from the last meeting.
The last meeting was in October, and Nate, you had said meeting audio being recorded and transcribed.
It was.
So all I put was meeting call to order, meeting.
Alright, we'll get them all done next time. I sent you a laundry list of them, or did we approve some of those?
You did send me a laundry list of those,
Yeah,
yes.
we'll get them done.
Alright.
So, yeah, that's pretty much what I have.
Okay, that's fine, okay.
Which is nice, cause that means I can participate a little bit more.
Open designer bids. We have none.
Nope, I will take some time to pull back the scope. I don't think we're gonna be able to get construction bid documents for the $150,000 that I was hoping. Yep. I'll send out a draft by the end of the month. I'm not necessarily in a get right back to it mood right now,
Yeah,
so.
gotcha.
And I don't really wanna put an RFQ out in the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, at this point, you really don't have to wait till to January.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I will reach out to a few, hold on. Hi Andrea, if you wanna come back at 6:30, this part of the meeting's gonna be really boring. We didn't get any designer bids, so I'm gonna repost the RFQ.
Okay, there's nothing else that would be pertinent?
Not really.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
I have non-public record opinions on that, but I'll keep them to the non-public record.
Alright, you wanna move forward with our update?
Yep, things are going really well. We're still looking like we're going to be able to move in probably late January at this point. It's looking like we're going to be occupying 3 spaces, because the goal is now to have a conference / training room over there that is ADA accessible.
Mm-hmm.
So it's looking like the lion's share of administrative offices will be on the Mart side. Myself, Patricia, like a meeting room, but not for a big public meeting room. Like, we could have this meeting up there. The table
Right.
is 12 feet long, and a table for the select board and senior work off, and then a hopefully meeting room. I have to find out a little bit about load-bearing walls. So, and after I find out about load-bearing walls, I will be able to determine what this meeting room could or could not look like. We're going to keep it simple, with the goal of this being whatever we put into it, use in what ends up being the medium conference room when the building is completely done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Carpet cleaner's coming in a couple of weeks. Mass DOT's being moved to the 2nd floor in the next few weeks. Paul Sweeney is going to be painting. Yeah. Found out from Kelly that we can pay rates out of the revolving fund, so I'm gonna have him take, will probably be 10 hours and paint it at his summertime DPW rate.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask him if he was a good painter. I'm gonna trust him.
Nate, is Paul the one with the,
Mhm.
okay, thank you, just wanted to make sure I had the right
Yeah.
Paul.
Jim and I ripped out a carpet. Yeah. It's, I think Seth said yesterday, fell under, duties, other duties not described. Or something like that. Other than that, things are going well. Patricia's gonna pick the paint color, and Mary and all the girls, cause I don't care and can't really see paint, see colors, so, yeah, no, other than that, things are moving, people have been paying rent.
Any questions or complaints or anything like that? I mean, we had lots of,
There was a feminine hygiene product issue that we're about $2,500 into at this point. But we have spoken about it.
but no one's otherwise complaining or.
No. Well, you'll hear just soon enough, at 6:30, if there was anybody that was gonna make a complaint, that's when it'll be. 'Cause this is the first public shot they're getting, and they're apparently lining up to come, so, that was the woman who came on here.
What was it, what's at 6:30?
Where the, contractor is gonna come and talk to you guys about the plan
Oh.
and the schedule, and the businesses were invited.
Okay.
That's the vendor meeting?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The grant people needed a little bit more time to dig through the documents that I gave them. Yep, so,
Well, I think getting the town offices in, or mostly in January will be something we'll be able to point to and say, look, we closed on this date, we're now occupying the building, which is now freeing up space for other things to get done. Shows progress.
yeah. So upstairs isn't really changing, but I can show you what my idea for Mass DOT is. It's not 100% the scope of the committee, but we don't really have
I
anything else
thought they were
to do.
moving into the old real estate office.
No, I moved them. So because I wanna use the old real estate office as a conference room. 'Cause
Okay.
We can't give the senior center something and then for the next 5 years tell them what to do with it. It's just not fair. So I'm hoping that we can just knock down a couple of walls, put TVs up, get chairs that aren't those. I'm sure you can join us at the table. You're the only one. I just kept you back there in the event 2 other select board members showed up. Someone wants to join this call. Is it me? Alright.
If I knew there was an angry mob coming at 6:30, I wouldn't have sat with my back to them.
I'll swap places. I'm sure there's a few of them like to throw a few things at me too, so.
I don't know what the best way to show this is. It's not this. I promise you that. You have to pretend you can see it. So this is the side of the Mass DOT with 2 doors. And you walk in right here. This is gonna be the treasurer collector's office. In here will be the kitchenette, bathroom, files, a small meeting room with a table in it. Over here, we will build a counter, and over here will be the administrative services coordinator, who will be the greeter on this side. We're going to put 2 signs up, very clearly identifying what door you go into for what. Also in here will be the Board of Health Inspections clerk, the assessor, and the veteran service officer. Anybody who needs private meetings can do so in here. This will likely be storage for vital records that cannot be kept in the vault that the town clerk needs regular access to. And Patricia and I will be upstairs with a small conference room. Then hopefully the Realtor's office will be a meeting room like this, a little bigger than that, a little bigger than this with comfortable seats. I hope that we've seen the end of these benches. But maybe we can keep one for Mike for just old time's sake. Sit in the comfortable bench, but
So that side on the right, when you walk in, is there like a small waiting area
yep,
there?
so right there is a waiting area. It's probably bigger than your waiting area.
Well, that's
Like,
I was just thinking for like,
yeah, and
those
there's
First
a
Amendment auditors, you probably
Yeah.
wanna make sure it's delineated where they can and cannot
Yeah.
go, cause they will go
And-
wherever they want if it's not.
the general public isn't usually going to be, I kinda wanna set it so that they're not allowed in the back internal side at all.
Right.
But there are certain people that aren't gonna follow that. So,
But they should be able to conduct most of their business the way you've got it laid out.
Right.
yeah.
Do we have a few of those folks in town?
Oh, they're around. They visit town to town, they don't really
Oh,
stay.
yeah. We were
They
so
travel.
pleasant to them.
They do.
They travel from, they don't drive, they travel.
No, that's completely different. These people just video.
Okay.
They
We
take
were so
videos.
pleasant to them that they didn't mention anything. The former town clerk like offered them cookies and stuff.
Yeah.
And they came in, fortunate for us, they went to another town where one of you may or may not be the fire chief. And in that town, there was an issue. So
They tend to pick on those towns.
you know,
A certain side should have birds.
Once they get a reaction that they want, they keep coming back.
but no, things are going really well. Sorry to waste your time. I will redraft the scope, and at 6:30 there will be that meeting.
I
Madam
think the
Chair.
scope was too large,
Yeah.
and that's why we got nothing.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I do think the scope was a bit ambitious. I was hoping that maybe someone that was looking for the work would jump at it, because we don't need a tie-in bond necessarily. We would have been fine with a smaller firm, but I think now I'm just gonna pretty much chop the construction documents off and go for feasibility. One guy reached out to me with some comments, and even though I didn't love his tone at the time, I may reach out to him and just ask him, like, hey, what made you say this, this, and this?
Yeah.
The unfortunate side here is that it's a public building. If it were one of us as a resident building it, that would pay 3 times enough money,
Right.
maybe even more than that.
Yeah, the prevailing wage is
Right, right.
Not even prevailing wage, these designers
Yeah.
know that they can
increase the
know
price
that
when
they
the
can
municipalities
blow
pay
it out.
for it. Yep. It's the way it goes.
Nate, the one that reached out to you is what size firm?
They were one of the bigger guys.
Okay.
But in his eyes, we were off by a while, by a bit. But they all want these projects to be tied to a percentage, and I think that's nonsense for a rural municipality. Like, we're never gonna be able to pay 20% of
Right.
$8.5 million.
Right.
Nope, sorry.
That is a standard that's been used in the past, and others are going through what we're experiencing here. Yep. It's tough.
And it's a bummer because I can't say the interest wasn't there. I must have sent out 40 packets. Like, it cast a pretty wide net, but at least 40 people asked for the digital copy.
Is it worth leaving the monetary amount off?
And just see what we get.
And just see what we
Yeah,
get?
right?
So put the same thing out with no,
Yeah.
At least we'll know
Where
what
we,
ballpark
right,
we're supposed to
right,
be in.
right.
then I'm thinking in that case, tomorrow I send out an addenda
Yeah.
pulling the amount
Yeah.
and pushing it out
Mhm.
a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
Yep.
I'm gonna push it out until the 20th, see if we get anything. Am I legal, I'll legally, I'll look into if I can legally tell somebody that if they're going to be putting in a notice, we wanna know by X. To stop us from having to do this again.
yeah.
I mean, you can always accept them at noontime on a certain day,
Yeah.
and then we, you know, and then you just let us know that, hey, I received something, we'll have a meeting tomorrow.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll send out an addenda tomorrow,
Yeah.
just pulling the price, cause we don't have to take it, we'll
Right.
just.
But if someone comes in, you know, 200,000, maybe we can sit them down and negotiate.
Yep.
Like you have that,
Or what can we pull from
what can we
this?
pull
Yeah,
to
yeah,
bring the scope
yeah,
down
yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, have a
So
reasonable
that's what I'll
conversation.
do, I'll have the deadline be 1 week
Yeah.
from tomorrow.
Okay.
Just to give them time, cause the people that do this know what to submit.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Yep.
doesn't take them long to. I may not talk about how we did this. I'll just say,
Yeah.
oh, it came
That's
up
not-
that we should probably just wait.
Right,
Like,
right, right.
And this is for the roof, the siding, and the windows and doors?
come on, Mike.
That's already
Just
done.
double checking.
No, this is for the design.
Oh, for the design, sorry.
The construction drawings, as
Yeah.
Nate mentioned.
The roof siding and windows is going to be starting next week or the week after.
Oh, good.
It'll-
And they're gonna tell us more about that, right,
At
when they talk
6:30.
to us, that,
It will be done by our springtime ribbon cutting and open house.
you decided.
More things you can show them.
Oh.
that we've done.
Absolutely. No shovels, no ribbons.
That's important.
It is
Yeah.
important.
Window siding and doors are,
Yeah.
and roof are
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah, people will drive by and go, what the hell happened here?
The DPW's done a good job.
Travis, yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say Travis
yeah.
and his guys have done
Mhm.
a really
Yes.
good job down
They
there.
don't recognize the place driving by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You can see it now.
It's, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
They cleaned up a lot.
Yeah.
except for now they cleaned up so much that you can see how bad the siding and the windows and the doors are.
Well, you'll be able to see how nice it is when it's
Right.
finished.
No, right, right.
It's good to get that cleaned out now, so you can see the before and after.
Well, you're getting some
Right.
sun on the building now too.
Are we
Yeah,
taking
That's gonna help
before and after
Yep.
pictures?
with the longevity.
I have a lot of
running into
pictures
it.
of that building.
Do you think that would be helpful for us to take some before and
Yeah, yeah.
after,
Oh,
so
yeah.
as we
For
go through
marketing.
our timeline, we
Absolutely, yeah.
can, yeah.
Yep.
If you want some pictures of the roof and stuff like that, I can take my drone over there and.
They're all in that study that we
Okay.
did. There's.
Yes, yeah.
I'm thinking like more of a higher level, you know, the whole building in the shot, sort of before and after
You
thing.
know what? Yes.
Okay.
Do that. Take your drone out and have a
Go
ball.
do your thing.
Do your drone thing. Like, have a ball with it. When people ask, come
Please
up
let
with
me
a
know when you're gonna
really
do that.
shady reason you're doing it.
Right?
too.
Was that?
Because I'm gonna get complaints.
Yep.
Oh,
And come up with the most suspect reason you're doing
Yeah,
it too.
yeah.
Not taking pictures for the town, just say something asinine. Like.
I'd actually appreciate it if you didn't do that. Yeah, just give me a heads up, that's all I know.
I sensed a
Is
certain
it
amount of
still illegal to
sarcasm
fly
there.
a drone?
That,
Is it still illegal to fly a drone,
No.
like outside, okay.
oh, no,
No?
no, you can't fly it over people unless you have a license.
People get a little weary about when they see drones flying in the air.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
limited to altitude
Yeah.
though.
400 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, so that's what we'll do.
I am not here next week, Wednesday through
Alright.
Friday.
We'll figure it out.
You can text me, but I'm just not.
Yeah. No, you guys are gonna miss out. I made these really nice forms.
Well, let's hold on to them, you
Aye.
never know.
Mm.
You never
That's-
know.
Are those the criteria, the ranking criteria and whatnot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those would probably be nice to have in advance.
They did.
Oh, you sent them out?
Yeah.
I'll try not to send the drone like right between the buildings at high speed and stuff like that.
You do what you need to do, but yeah, just a
But they'll
heads
look
up.
for you.
Just a heads up so I
Back you
can
Be
let
careful where
dispatch.
you go, 'cause I'm pretty
Oh, no,
sure
I would-
flying
for-
over a weed farm's gonna get your drone shot.
Probably.
No, I would be in the parking lot, go up, take some shots, come down.
Madam Chair, I would suggest a
Closing it
recess
out.
until
Okay. I was gonna,
6:15, 6:20 PM.
Okay,
Mm.
alright. Recess? Yes?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Bridget, thank you.
Yes. You
You don't have to go home.